After 11 days, their ghusl was done. 11 days, their funeral prayer. Just imagine, my dear Islam brothers, what plans these brothers had. That they're going to go to Spain, they're going to earn money, they're going to send back to Pakistan so their poor families can have a better life. But they didn't realize that that brother who was illegal, he was the only son in the family. And just imagine, today his mom, she's mentally ill now. He had one sister, she's mentally ill as well. That they sent their brother, they spent so many millions of rupees, so many lakh rupees to send them to Spain, and now instead of their brother sending money to them, their brother's body has come. And they didn't even know because he was illegal, no one knew where he lived. They only found out from the passports, and they said that when his people did chanda in the masjid, they sent their bodies to Pakistan, and their families only found out when the bodies came through the door. Just imagine, my dear Islam brothers. We need to prepare ourselves. A lot of people say that don't talk about death because we get scared. Don't talk about these kind of things. Don't talk about the grave because we are scared of that. My dear Islam brothers, how long are we going to brush all these things under the carpet? For how long are we going to divert our attention from these kind of things, which are a reality? We know we are going to die one day. We know we are going to end up in that dark grave one day. But why are we scared? Why are we diverting our attention to somewhere else? This dunya, my dear Islam brothers, all these things we can see in this dunya, they are all diverting us from the path of Allah Azza wa Jal to a different path. And we have fallen entrapped in the shaitan, and we have started following the dunya. But rather, my dear Islam brothers, we need to come back. We need to come back before it is too late. We need to come back. And this is, my dear Islam brothers, where every one of us can play a role. Every one of us, we are all preachers. Every Muslim is a Mubaligh. Every Muslim, his duty is that he saves himself from the fire. He saves himself, and then he tries to save other people as well. Let me give you a true story about how we are planning something else and something else happens. A brother, when Dawat-e-Islami's Qafila, we went to Cyprus, and a brother, as soon as we reached to the Masjid of Cyprus in Larnaca, the brothers, they told a story, and they said that even yesterday, there were a couple of brothers, they went to the seaside to have a bath, for swimming, and they said that one of them, he drowned there. He drowned. And even he didn't have no papers. His body was lying in the hospital for so many days, and we couldn't read his namaz-e-janazah because he was illegal. So they had to go through all the legal proceedings before his body was released. Just imagine, my dear Islam brothers, the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam, he says that whenever someone dies, give him ghusl immediately. Give him ghusl immediately. And the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he says that when a person is alive and if you pinch him, the pain he gets is the same pain a dead body receives when you pinch him. Just imagine that dead body in the freezer. And we might be thinking that they're in the freezer and they can't feel anything. They are feeling the same cold that we will feel if we were put into a freezer. That's exactly what they are feeling as well. Now, we need to change the environment. And this is not the duty of one person, one group. This is the duty of everyone. Just imagine, my dear Islam brothers, if all of us got together and we started giving dawah to our brothers, we start giving dawah to the Muslims, inshallah you will see your masjid will be full. But what is needed is that dedication. We need to think this is our duty. And then when someone thinks that it is his duty, he will be on the streets. He will not stay outside. He will not stay at home watching the telly. He will not stay at home, just wasting his time on the internet, on the chat rooms. But he will be on the streets trying to give dawah to his brothers. Are we all ready for that, inshallah? Inshallah, try to save yourself and try to save the Muslims around you, my dear Islamic brothers. Today, my dear Islamic brothers, like I said before, there are so many diversions. There are so many things that the shaitan uses to take us away from the deen. And we can see that the shaitan is very, very successful. So many brothers. And he says how hard it is to stay on the deen. The Prophet ﷺ, he said that there will be a time when to remain steadfast on the deen will be like having fire in your own hand. So hard to be steadfast on deen. One day you will come and read 5 times salah. Next day you won't come. And a week later you'll come back to the masjid to read your 5 times salah. So why are we not steadfast? It is because, my dear Islam brothers, we are not putting our 100% effort. And then also make dua that Allah gives you istiqamah. Allah gives you steadfastness. The Prophet ﷺ, he says, al-istiqamatu fawqa al-karamat. That being steadfast is better than a miracle. To be steadfast in what we do. Now, a lot of brothers, they ask the question, what if we start reading our namaz, one day we only read 1 namaz, and then slowly we can build that up. My dear Islam brothers, the answer is that because we are baligh, we have to read 5 times namaz. There is no one can give you an answer. That no one can say, yes, you can. You can start off by reading 1, and then a week later you can read 2, because that week which you are going to miss your 4 salah, what if you die within that week? Then what? So we have to offer our 5 times salah. And my dear Islam brothers, the Prophet ﷺ has taught us a way. The Prophet ﷺ, he says that whenever the shaitan whispers inside your mind, whenever the shaitan is trying to take you away, remember what the punishments are. Remember what the punishments are. We've heard what the punishment is by missing 1 namaz deliberately. And in the same way, my dear Islam brothers, think to yourself.